Ponds and Mickey Ears friends. This is Jennifer, and I am here today from Universal's Volcano Bay, which is just a lovely water park. It's actually my favorite water park. And so you don't want to see me, you want to see Volcano Bay. So I just walked into Volcano Bay. I'm going to take you around with me and live stream as much as I can. The weather hasn't been great today. And so as long as the weather holds out and my gimbal holds out, I'm going to take a walk around Volcano Bay so that you can see what to expect. But I guess let's start here. So right now I am at the wave pool, and this wave pool is a ton of fun. And I mean, look at that volcano. It is fantastic. But as you can see, there are plenty of chairs, and then there's, a sandy beach that goes into a zero entry wave pool. So if I'm able to a little bit later, I will go up a little bit closer to that, but I don't currently want too much sand in my shoes as I'm walking around. So, some important things to know about Volcano Bay is that they sell towels, plenty of towels here, because towels are not included. So you'll want to bring your own towel with you, or be prepared to buy a towel, or maybe you won't need one. Maybe you'll just dry off while you're here, but that's something important to keep in mind. This building directly in front of us is Cabana Bay Beach Resort. Cabana Bay is a prime value resort at Universal, and it is located directly adjacent to Volcano Bay Water Park. And so, what that means is that it has its own private entrance, its own private security, and you're able to, head right on over here. Those rooms that you see in the tower right there are Volcano Bay rooms. And so they've got an awesome Volcano Bay view rooms. So they've got an awesome view of the water park from there. Something else that you'll notice around Volcano Bay are a number of different locations like this, and areas to take photos. And so when you come into Volcano Bay, the first thing that happens when you scan in with your ticket is that you get something called a tapu tapu. And the tapu tapu is what you use to get in line for the different attractions. So all of the attraction lines are virtual queues if they get to the point where they're not pretty much just walk on. As far as I'm concerned, this is the future of water parks. This is just an incredible opportunity, because you're not standing in line for anything. So you scan your tapu tapu, and then what happens is that it will vibrate when it's time for you to go back. And any time after that, you can head back. So there isn't a window of time. You can head back anytime after your tapu tapu vibrates. And after that, you're able to tapu tapu into another attraction. Today is a really slow day at Universal at Volcano Bay, because there's quite a bit of rain in the forecast. So it rained a bit this morning. We're supposed to get some rain this afternoon and into the evening. So I'm sure a lot of folks are in the parks and doing some other things today. And so normally this would give you the wait time, but so like Krakatoa, I have the tapu tapu for that, so I get to head back. It looks like I've got about another 5-minute wait according to my tapu tapu. And so anytime after that, I'll be able to head back. And I'm not taking you with me, but I will definitely report my experience. As we walk around, there are a ton of restaurants, bars, quick service options, and so there's really a lot of easy food available here in Volcano Bay. And it's just such a peaceful place to be. Over here, to my left, are a couple of the cabanas. There are private cabanas here that you can rent out. The pricing, well, they say the pricing starts about $100 per day. My experience is that in the peak times, you're going to pay about $550 or so for, a standard family cabana at Volcano Bay. But it's a great place if you've got a group where you are just looking for, one place to leave your stuff instead of getting a locker. Towels are included, server is included. You're able to tapu from your cabana, so you don't actually have to physically go to the attractions to get your return time. So, and there's my tapu. It's telling me that I can return at any time now. So that's what I'm going to be doing right when I'm done. So just taking a walk over here. It's a little bit quieter. To give you a little bit more of a view of a quieter area, play area. There are some cabanas again over to the left. If you look up toward Volcano Bay, you can see that there's a slide, or to the volcano. At Volcano Bay, you can see that there's a slide coming out of Volcano Bay, the Volcano Bay volcano. And so there are slides actually in the volcano. There are a couple of slides over here that are just fantastic. They are the Honu Iko Moana slides. Let me see if I can get a good view of them. They're a ton of fun. Probably some of my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of like the big body slides, but I love these shared tube slide experiences. Just a lot of fun. And so something you can see right over here are life vests. There are complimentary life vests throughout for all of the guests at the water park. Right over here is the really extensive kiddo play area. And you know what, before I head in there, I want to show you the sign. So it specifically says that swim diapers are required, but also, if you need a swim diaper, please ask the lifeguard for a complimentary one. I learned this week that all of the Universal Studios hotels have complimentary swim diapers. Woo, I'm getting wet. And here is the kiddo play area. It is just extensive. Fantastic opportunity for you. So there's really something for all ages. Around a water park because because you don't want to get your electronics too wet, especially on a rainy day. So something interesting about Volcano Bay is that they have two different types of rivers. And I don't want to say lazy rivers because there's this one, there's a lazy river and then there's an action river. On the action river, everyone is required to wear a life vest. So I will show that to you hopefully if I get over there before it starts raining. Something else that you'll want to be aware of is that there are several different locker stations throughout. And so you probably will want to rent a locker when you're here, put all of your stuff into that locker if you don't have a cabana. But the lockers rent for $10 for the very small lockers, $16 for medium-sized lockers, and then I think it's $20 for the family-size lockers. And again, here is another one of the quick service locations. And they all have something a little different, but you know, all very much a Polynesian slash Hawaiian theme type menu. Some Caribbean themed menu items depending on the location as well. And then you'll likely notice that there are Coke freestyle machines. That is because you can purchase a refillable mug here. And I haven't looked at the pricing yet, but you can purchase a refillable mug at Volcano Bay. That's good for Volcano Bay for both sodas, but then also for ices. And so, I don't know about you, my kiddos are a huge fan of ices. So that's a big deal, is that they can use that refillable mug for ices as well. So I'm just gonna walk over in this direction real quick, show you Krakatoa, and show you what the Tapu Tapu stations look like here. So right now it's saying that there's a 20-minute wait. And so what you do is you just tap your band right up against the Tapu Tapu right there. And then that's how you sign up for your return time. It's super easy. And Krakatoa is an aqua coaster, and it really is. It's a great coaster. It's kind of busy over here, so I'm gonna walk on past. But yeah, it's a great coaster. It's a ton of fun. There are weight limits for the specific ride vehicles, and so they actually have your group collectively get on a scale and make sure that it doesn't surpass the weight limit for your vehicle, so that you can enjoy the experience. Now over here, I'll see if I see anybody coming, but if you look at the water, this is the Action River. This is the river I was talking about that requires that everybody wear life vests. And that's because it's really quick moving. And when there are a ton of people, you know, sometimes you're playing bumper cars, but it doesn't look that fast when you're just observing from here, but when you're in it, it's pretty darn fast. And then right above it are a couple of other tube slides.
Welcome back. Please remain seated until instructed to exit by a team member.
And so far so good. I kind of feel like I'm surprised that the Wi-Fi hasn't been fantastic here, but I think things are working out. So I'm trying to keep an eye on it. If I lose the stream, I'll grab it right back. Here's something I love with some of these slides is that you're not having to worry about your tube. You send it on up and it's waiting for you at the top of the stairs. You do have to take the stairs though to get up. All right. And here's a better look at a few of the slides that are in the Volcano Bay volcano. And then that green one directly to the left, that's part of Krakatoa. That's part of the aqua coaster that I'll be going on after I'm done streaming here. One of the many things that I really love about Volcano Bay is the fact that there's so much foliage. It's just so green. And there's also really a lot of shade. There are many, many options to be in the shade, to be out of the sun. And you're not waiting, of course, in, you know, lines that are in sun, because you're not really waiting in lines at all. So here is the entrance to the Action River, and there are lifeguards and team members making sure that everybody who takes part in the Action River wears a life vest while they're there. And again, plenty of extra seating. fun sandy beaches. And again, there are a couple of additional cabanas. And in some places, there are upper and lower cabanas. There are different size cabanas available that groups can rent. Typically, the upper cabanas tend to go for a little bit more of a premium because they usually have a much better view of the park, and so you can see quite a bit. All right, I think I'm gonna go around this way. Something else I really like, and I know I was showing one of these earlier, but there are multiple places around the park where you can see what rides have a wait and which ones you can go to directly. And again, today the wait times are almost nothing because it's supposed to be a really rainy day for most of the day, but we've got a little bit of a window here. Here are more folks on the Action River. I love this thing. I think it's so fun. Moves pretty quick. I have to admit, I haven't been here for a few years. We didn't come over to Volcano Bay when we visited, last year? A couple of years ago? And so I haven't had the chance to really enjoy. But Bamboo Jungle Kitchen is another quick service location. So I feel like I know my way around, but I don't know my way around. So it's an adventure for all of us right now. The music is upbeat yet peaceful. You really enjoy your time here, even if you're not a big water park person. I've had a lot of people tell me, even if they don't necessarily love water parks, they love Volcano Bay because it's a great place just to hang out, to relax, to maybe get your feet wet, even if you don't want to get all the way into the water. And so there's an entrance here. There are some drop slides. I mean, there are slides all over this park. So if you do love water slides, this is also an amazing location for you because you've got more water slides than probably anywhere else. So let's see if I can get a better view of the wave pool up around here. Oh, darn, they're doing some work on it, this area, so. Normally you get a pretty good view over here, but I can show you, maybe if I use my hand up a little bit, you can see a little bit more of Cabana Bay Resort. So again, Cabana Bay is within walking distance. They've got their own private entrance to Volcano Bay. And so it's a really nice place to stay if you are planning on spending most of your time here in the water parks versus at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. And again, here's one of those icy stands. Let's see here. So it looks like the refill all day cups are, let's see here. If you purchase one of them, it is $16.99. If you purchase two, it's $15.99 each. If you purchase 3 to 6, you're paying $13.99 each. So if you get them for the whole family, you get a bit of a deal. But again, they do include both your soda, but ices. And so that's something that I think is really popular for a lot of young kiddos. And I have to admit, I might sneak a sip of the kids' ices too. I'm very pleased that the weather is holding out for this stream. The gray clouds were coming and going, and again, it was raining pretty hard this morning, and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get over here. Here are some other cabanas, as I was talking about before, the upper and the lower cabanas. Just kind of, if you just keep heading around, the first one you come to is going to be the Action River, and then the second one you come to will be the Lazy River. Yeah, you're welcome. So I might continue to walk around again just to point out a few more things, but since I love that there aren't too many people here today because I don't feel like I'm getting in anyone's way. I hate to walk around and get in the way. All right, so here's another view of the beach and of the wave pool, and of course the volcano. And again, there's a slide up in there if you can see that. So there's a lot of fun to be had here. You know, I don't know if you can see it a little bit better from over here, but the blue slide and the green slides, they go up. Or the blue ones go up into that space. It's really hard to tell from a bit of a distance. You're just gonna have to take my word for it and go ahead and ride those ride those wonderful slides. Alrighty. So I think as long as my gimbal holds out on me, I'm gonna walk back around here and point out a few extra things, since I've made it mostly around the perimeter, that you might find to be interesting. And since there's no one around, I'm gonna walk a little bit more quickly than I usually do, and I'm trying to point everything out as I go. Wonder what they're working on here. Well, that volcano. It's so fun. So yeah, so here are folks who have their return times already for these drop slides, but they are slides where folks have used their tapu tapu to get in line for them. Being here on a slow day, there are a lot of vendors that aren't open, but that also means that there just aren't people. It's just not crowded at all. I love it. Wish it could be like this all the time, but of course, then it would probably be twice as expensive. So when you are visiting Universal, you know, a lot of folks think, okay, Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, those are the two dry parks that are here that are right off of City Walk. I think it's totally worth it to add in Volcano Bay. Depending on the promotions that are happening, you know, sometimes it's only a few dollars more. You know, I was looking at some pricing, and there's a 3-day park to park ticket. Park to park means that you get to basically park hop. You go between the parks, and then you get 2 days free with that promotion that's available right now. And so that's 5 days, 3 parks, park to park ticket. It's only about $5 more than getting a 5-day 2-park park to park ticket. And so might as well spend the extra money. And, you know, in addition to going to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, you have the opportunity to come on over here to Volcano Bay for a morning. So But even if it's not part of that, promotional deal, usually it's about $40-$45 more to add in the option to visit Volcano Bay, and I think it's totally worth it for most of the year. Let's see here. Well, let's get another view of these slides. Because there are so many. There are so many slides. Right now I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different slides that I can see right now. And I know that there's one more in there, right in that space. And that's not even all, that's not even all the slides. There's, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Gosh. I should count the number of slides. 15. There's gotta be 20 or more. So, easy way to spend the day if you love slides. I'm gonna head on this way and see what I see in the volcano. Up in this way. So this is the bottom of some of the slides over in this direction. So I'm going to keep walking around.
Next time when you saw her or you met her.
So, as you might be aware, all of the Universal Studios Lowe's hotels have busing available to the parks and to Volcano Bay. If you stay in some of the premier level hotels, you are much closer to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure in the City Walk area. But you will still take a bus over here to Volcano Bay. Boy, I know that there's a way to walk up there into the volcano, and I can't for the life of me remember where that entrance is right now. It's driving me nuts. So I'm going to try over here and see if this might be it. If not, I might just have to take some video later and post it on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Let's see what we see over this way. Here on the left is another view of the kiddo play area. It's really something else. It's probably the most extensive water play area that I've ever seen. Geared specifically toward kids. Here again, it's a view of the water coaster. Oh, fun times with the water coaster. Yep, and I think this is as far back as we can come here too. There are some cabanas back in this space. Where am I going? Oh no, here we go. This is what I was looking for. I hope that I'm still able to stream in here. And I hope that some of it works. Because it's pretty dark. Here we go. And I hope I don't get too drenched because I'm totally getting in here. I'm having a great time. It's a beautiful day right now.
Oh, it's a beautiful. Yes, it was very stormy this morning.
It was very stormy this morning.
I wonder if it will be stormy again in the afternoon.
I'm sure it will be. So I'm here.
It's very stormy.
Yeah. Cabana, you do. I know you do. That's why I come to visit. We get some interactivity in the cave. This part is closed over here. This must be what they're working on. Another view of the slides. Oh, my stream did not want to hold up, but I'm still going to try to go back inside for a minute and see if I can go a little bit further. I'll show you a little bit more. How you doing? Good, how are you? So there are also good features throughout the park. That got one of them right here. Sorry about that craziness. And that. So all where it looks like you're supposed to be. Able to move around some of the water up here. I'm gonna go this way, I think. Just to make sure that I can get my stream to hold up. So that one that I was just playing with makes some of the hoses here work and spray water on the folks below. Of course, it's more fun when there are people who are below. Alright. Actually, that looks closed off, so I guess I will continue in this direction. And again, here are more cabanas. Well, actually, you know what? There's no one in this cabana. This is... So you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like. You've got your towels, you've got a refrigerator, you've got a locker area, and then a place for your Tapu Tapu to potentially order food or sign up for your next attraction. All right. Well, I am going to head on back to my locker and put my phone and my gimbal away, and I am going to enjoy some water park time, definitely time on Krakatoa. And then also, I'm getting in that action river. I love it so much. So I hope that you enjoyed this walk around Volcano Bay. I hope that it helps you understand a little bit more about what to expect when you come to Universal and Islands of Adventure. Again, we know Harry Potter World, we know roller coasters, but not everybody knows about Volcano Bay. And it's a great option. And it's just not that much more money. And so if you are wanting a more relaxing day, this can be an active day, it can be a relaxing day, it can be an active day for half of your family and a really relaxing day for another part of your family. Just depends on what you want to make of it. And I'm not sure if I showed much about the lazy river, and there aren't a whole lot of people in it right now, but here's the difference. You know, with the lazy river, you've got your tubes. It's just a normal lazy river, you know, with some water that is being spouted out on parts of the river, so of course you'll still get wet. But the action river, you have to wear a life vest because that water is moving pretty fast. I want to make sure that everyone stays safe. Here's another view of Cabana Bay Beach Resort, right next door. And thanks so much for walking around with me today and taking a look at Volcano Bay. Again, if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears, our YouTube channel. Also, we are on Facebook. We've got a Facebook page, but also a Facebook group. And the group is where we have more of our interactive posts. We'll post a lot of similar information when it comes to announcements on the page, but the group is where we have more conversation. And then we are also on Instagram, some on TikTok, but we try to upload videos just about every Friday to give you a feel for both Universal Studios and Disney, you know, resorts, parks information, how-to videos, all that good stuff. And so if you have enjoyed this walk around Volcano Bay, please hit the like button. What that does is that it allows our video to come up in the search algorithms when folks are looking for similar types of content. And I know there's not a whole lot out there about Volcano Bay, and so this is something that I hope will be useful to a lot of people as they're trying to get a feel for what to expect when they're here, including you. And then, of course, as always, please do share out, you know, with friends, family, colleagues, if you think they might be interested in planning a trip to Disney or Universal Studios. At Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears, we are travel planners with Mickey Travels and Let's Adventure Travel. And we've got some amazing colleagues as well if you are looking for other destinations, such as sandals, beaches. I don't personally book those destinations at this point, but a lot of people do, and we can certainly point you in the right direction as well to make sure that you have the best experience possible with the most knowledgeable folks. Since it seems like the weather is holding out and my phone and the gimbal are still working pretty well since it's not too hot out today. We've got a little bit of cloud cover. I'll take a look at the shop to give you an idea of what's available in the shops. Over here to the right is a concierge desk where you can rent premium seating or cabanas if it's available for your dates. For certain points of the year, they are available when you get here. For other points of the year, they're going to be sold out weeks, sometimes months in advance. But again, as I mentioned earlier, towels are not included, and so you'll want to bring a towel if you think you might want a towel, or you could potentially, of course, just drip dry, which is fine. But they've got plenty here for purchase, and they're fun. I mean, they're a super fun souvenir. So if that's something that you end up doing, I don't think you'll be disappointed. And then, of course, rash guards available, phone protectors, 100 SPF banana boat kids. Like to see that. Goggles, really anything that you would need. Flip-flops in case you break or lose yours. And other fun souvenirs. Let's see here. That's fun. Looks like it is $29. That's not bad. I'm used to souvenir pricing, and that is souvenir pricing, but that's really not bad at all. Let's see, this one's $21. I think that there was a comment in the chat, but I totally missed it. I apologize. I was looking at the pricing. And then if you need new swim trunks, we've got swim trunks. Who doesn't need a narwhal? So, everything that you could need, really, is here. So if you forget things, you're fine. And again, you know, of course, quite a bit of Volcano Bay branded items, but other items as well. This one's cute. It's your Volcano Bay rash guard. I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on a walk around Universal's Volcano Bay water park. It's tough for me to just call it a water park because it's so much more than a water park. It's more like a theme park with all of the slides, you know, the lazy river, the crazy river, I call it, the action river. Lots of food options, bars, great seating, sandy beach, wave pool. There's really something for the whole family, and wonderful kiddo area. And this is the entry. And so I won't go all the way to the entry, but I will go ahead and
You take a picture there?
just show you a little bit about the Tapu Tapu. Because there's an explanation right as you enter. So again, it is this band that you get when you come in and you wear it. It's, you know, water safe. You use it for activities or to get a return time for your attractions. And then when you are done with your day, you just go ahead and return it in the bin as you leave. And here's a fun little photo spot where you can get your photo taken. And so this is where you can tapu tapu to get your photo taken, and then you can go ahead and purchase that photo. Super fun. Lots of stations around Volcano Bay where you can get fun photos. Well, it's time for me to get wet and to go have some fun for a little while here before flying back to, I think, 20 degrees in Minnesota, or that's what it was this morning. I think it'll be maybe 20 or so when I get home tonight. If I get home tonight with the thunderstorms, we'll see what that looks like. But thanks again for joining me. I hope that you had a great time. I know I certainly did. And, you know, please feel free to ask questions if you are watching this after the fact. In the chat, and I will go ahead and, you know, we'll make sure that your questions are answered and responded to. Come on over to the Wizarding Wands of Nikki Ears Facebook group or Facebook page. And let us know if you are looking for more information about Disney World or Universal Studios. We'll go ahead and help you get your trip booked. Have a great day and enjoy the journey. Bye.